Well, hello there, and welcome to Cityline. We are zooming from my kitchen into your home, and it's always wonderful to be with you. We have a great hour ahead of us. Later on, we'll have the U.S. Army here to talk about their job fair coming up. Point Ruston Public Market is here. Stacy's back, and she brought some vendors with her who are quite lovely. And then we'll have Sam and Tiana here, the Emergency Food Network. It's time for the National Association of Letter Carriers Drive, and we'll let you know how you can help with that. And of course, our pet of the week will be snuggling in here. And with me right now, I have two individuals who are going to talk about Historic Preservation Month. Please join me in welcoming Zoe Scuderi. You are the intern for the City of Tacoma Historic Preservation. Welcome to Cityline, Zoe.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Great to have you. And this familiar face, welcome back, my friend. Chris Staudinger, you are the Pretty Gritty Tours go-to guy. Chris, it's good to see you again.
Always a pleasure, Amanda. Thanks for having me back.
It is. Oh, and last time I had you in the show, we were, I think, on the comfy couch. So, you know, everything changes.
It's true. It's true.
It does. So, Zoe, Historic Preservation Month showcases exciting twists on Tacoma's history, and we have a lot of it. For those who may not know about it, could you talk a little more about this yearly occurrence and what it entails?
Absolutely. So Historic Preservation Month is a nationally recognized month where we highlight the cultural and historic resources that have shaped our city. This year's theme is Mysterious Tacoma. We plan to emphasize the stories and the places that have shaped Tacoma into a gritty city of destiny.
Oh, I love that. I love that. We are a gritty city. Zoe, the theme this year, Historic Preservation Month, as you said, is Mysterious Tacoma. What does this theme relate to, and how or why is it important to Tacoma?
Sure. For this year's theme, we are exploring the strange and mystifying events, places, and people that have shaped Tacoma. Tacoma's history is as captivating as it is complex. So it's important to look deeper into forgotten and overlooked histories to better understand our present. And we believe that our programming this month, our events definitely highlight many of these untold stories and hidden mysteries.
You know, there's that saying that if you forget the past, you're doomed to repeat it. But there are some things in our history that are just incredible. And I know that, Chris, you do a lot of research for Pretty Gritty Tours also, so you're well aware of that. So question for Zoe and then for Chris, because you're going to tell us something fabulous about Pretty Gritty Tours that we don't know. What should people expect from this year's Historic Preservation Month?
Sure. So we have a number of engaging virtual and socially distant in-person events planned throughout the month. And I'll let Chris talk about the virtual events in a minute, because we've done some great partnering with Pretty Gritty Tours. One major thing that the city is doing is that we are presenting a number of awards of excellence in preservation this month. And these awards are a great opportunity to acknowledge the heritage community's resilience through a very unprecedented year, which I'm sure we're all kind of sick of hearing that term, but it definitely has been. And I think it also goes to show even more how resilient people have been. So the nominations are still open and can be submitted for consideration using a Google form available on our website through Thursday, May 11th.
Oh, I love that. So Zoe, when you think about historic preservation, tell us how Pretty Gritty Tours became a partner in all of this.
Absolutely. So, we have been partnering with them for a while on a number of in-person walking events prior to the pandemic, and then as such, being able to transition into virtual forms, whether it's through Facebook events, Facebook Live events, YouTube. And Chris has been doing an amazing job on research into fascinating histories and stories in Tacoma that are often not thought of or have been sort of lost to the time, the waysides of history. And yeah, I mean, Chris, if you have anything more that you want to say about how
I love hearing about all the great things that we've done. So I think, honestly, it's a very exciting year for historic preservation in general, because transitioning to virtual content has unlocked so many doors. It's like when the ship sank last year, it turns out we could all swim, and we've learned how to showcase places that we couldn't have got into as a walking tour, or to taffy out stories that we might not have had the time, and to share that content with people who might have had mobility issues going out for a walking tour. So we've been able to take more history and bring it directly to more people. So I'm very excited for this year's Historic Preservation Month.
I love that, because never in our history did we think we would have a year like this past year. And we're still in it. So for all of us history nerds, it's like, ooh, I hope we document this well.
Right? I can't wait till we cover this in some Historic Preservation Month.
Exactly. And of course, we probably won't be around then, like we were in 1918. So, Zoe, when we think about the events, for those who want to get out there and experience them in person, what do you suggest?
Sure. So for those, we still want to encourage people to follow current health guidelines and remain socially distant for safety. However, as the weather gets better in Washington, definitely get out there and enjoy it. Soak up as much vitamin D as you can. And with that, we want to offer outdoor and recreational options and activities that people can enjoy. So some events are Downtown on the Go is offering a guided tour through a virtual app, that the Geo Tourist app, that allows you to listen and follow along with written guidelines on various places throughout Tacoma. They have two walking tours that they're offering right now. One is on the Puyallup Tribe places, and that is mostly in the downtown walking area, and then as well as a downtown murals history tour. And that one allows you to view some downtown murals and listen directly from the artists on their reasoning behind their work and inspirations. And it really gets you closer connected to a lot of what's happening in the downtown area.
You've said that so well, and I want Chris to jump in here, because Chris, first off, how has COVID affected your business? Because most of your business is walking, but you've rebounded, and let's tell us about the virtual mystery mini-series.
So yes, as we transitioned from a primarily walking tour company into an exclusively virtual tour experience provider, Lauren Hugamer at the Historic Preservation Office and I were talking about what we could do this month to sort of shake things up. And we came up with doing this murder mystery mini-series. So every Thursday throughout the month of May, Historic Preservation Month, we are releasing a new audio podcast, essentially, that follows this fictional detective in downtown Tacoma, Ray Rook, as he tries to solve a murder that's occurred down here. And it's based on a lot of Tacoma's history and its history as the birthplace of noir.
Wow, there we go. You said the birthplace of noir. I didn't know that.
And I'm standing by it. So not only we do this 4-part series, but at the end of the month, we're hosting one of our virtual tours with the city's Historic Preservation Office, talking about Dashiell Hammett, the original hard-boiled detective novelist, and specifically the part of the Maltese Falcon that he wrote that takes place in Tacoma that is arguably the reason the noir genre exists today.
I agree 100% with that. Okay, and I'm going to stand by you standing by that. How's that?
I like this solidarity. I feel very welcome here.
Yeah, there we go. So last question for both of you. Our time is almost up. When you think about what you do, both of you do historic preservation, and you're good at it, and sometimes it can be a very heads down type thing. So why is it important for people besides yourself to celebrate historic preservation? And Zoe, we'll start with you.
Absolutely. 100%. I think that historic preservation is essential to creating a livable, sustainable, and equitable city. And we believe that it's important to celebrate the role of history in our lives and the contributions of dedicated individuals to preserving the tangible aspects of history that have shaped the city of Tacoma and us as a people. We hope that by hosting these events, we can encourage all of Tacoma's residents to not only explore Tacoma's mysterious history, but also uncover some of its unique cultural heritage and discover its hidden historic resources.
I love that. And Chris, for you, so much of historic preservation can be a building, it can be a neighborhood, it can be architecture. But what I've noticed about Pretty Gritty Tours is you do research about people's personality. Like when you said a hard-boiled detective. That's a phrase that's right out of, Mickey Spillane and all of the noir. So Chris, for you, why is historic preservation important, and why do you want people to come along with you?
I think at the end of the day, we're all just trying to live our best lives. And the biggest key to doing that is letting the past inform our present and then our future. And so when you're looking at these tangible places, these touchstones, these buildings where the history happened, I think sometimes you need a little push to remember that it's not just a building, but the lives that happened there, the identities that occurred there are part of our story today. And so I'm trying to introduce people to the people of the past so that they could better understand themselves.
Oh, okay. That needs to be like just a doctoral thesis. Your work is done, both of you. I want to say thank you so much for being here today and keeping our history alive and keeping it interesting. And I want to have both of you back on real soon.
Looking forward to it.
We love it.